Mike Huber, MoneyballHitter magazine, lead columnist, team hitting specialist. Hey, we wanted to comment on some teams in spring training, and we're going to comment on both of the New York teams right now, the New York Mets and the New York Yankees. And the disappointing team that we see is the New York Yankees, especially from a hitting standpoint. They are not hitting well in spring training. They're well under 245 in spring training, where the teams aren't even traveling. The weather's really nice, and they're still hitting 245 with all the talent that that team has. It's pretty disappointing, and we don't put too much measure into spring training games, but you're hitting 245 out in down in Florida, and you're not really traveling a lot, and you've got all that talent to work with, that is not a good sign. And that's what they hit last year during the season, to tell you the truth. So, they're in near last place spring training in hitting. They were near last place as far as hitting was concerned last year in the major leagues. And, for the New York Yankees to be in that position with all the talent that they have is not a good thing. And we have noted, we've had written many articles and videos on the New York Yankees concerning Kevin Long, their hitting coach, who is probably wouldn't be able to get a travel ball or a little league team to hit the way that he teaches hitting. He's he has a linear hitting mechanic, kind of a flat swing approach. And we know that most of these New York Yankees, prior to even coming to the Yankees, liked to lift the ball. And he's really screwed around with their swings. And the confidence of the Yankees is just not there. And the new hitting coaches, Jeff Pentland and Alan Cockrell, are not much different from what the Yankees have known for the past 10 years with Kevin Long. So as we predicted, it's not going to get much better, and it really hasn't in spring training. We don't see that the Yankees are going to do too much different hitting-wise during the season, and that spells trouble for their team. Now, the shocker in the New York area, as far as New York teams are concerned, is the New York Mets. They are top 3 in hitting in spring training. They're one of the leaders in hitting home runs, and they're also, their team batting average is one of the best. It's like near 290, 300, something like that. Okay, and I personally, the Mets have been down so much the past 3 to 5 years in hitting that it's just a shocker to me. So I went in and on the MLB channel to watch these hitters, and it looks like a lot of the hitters that have had injuries and stuff look like they're back, and they have some depth. Some guys coming up, at the shortstop, Flores and Reynolds really can hit. They really have some nice swings. David Wright, supposedly a superstar hitter. He's having a good spring. And Kadire, who I love his swing. I call it, he's got a Moneyball type of hitting swing. So they're really knocking the cover off the ball. And the thing is this is the funny thing, a funny twist between the Yankees and the Mets, is that the Mets now have the hitting coach who used to be with the Yankees, Kevin Long. And to me, he's walked into a gold mine. Okay, and there's no way in 1 month's time that Kevin Long's been with them during spring training that he's been able to do much with the hitters. They are really knocking the ball off the cover, and hopefully for Kevin Long, he's just watching them do this and not getting in their way like he did with the Yankees. And remember, when Kevin Long was with the Yankees, when he came to the Yankees, they were hitting 290 as a team, which is incredible. And every year since he's been with them, they've lost 10 points off their team batting average every year. And then they finished at 245. So when Kevin Long, there's a history, when Kevin Long gets his hands on guys, they get worse. Okay? And Curtis Granderson, who used to be with the Yankees, was one of the guys who really did not do well with the Yankees at all because Kevin Long got his hands on him. Now he's back with the Mets here. Okay? So, my prediction, if I were to predict that the Mets could have a better year than the Yankees. Okay? Yankees have better pitching overall, obviously. But the Mets are a real big surprise. I did not know they were that deep. I knew the Mets struggled with their hitting coach, Dave Hutchkins, for the last 5 to 7 years. Okay? He has not had good luck in the major leagues, but they've always said that the Mets have a lot of talent, and they really do. And they're really knocking the cover off the ball. I think that the Mets are going to get off to a good start this season, to tell you the truth. And as long as Kevin Long, the hitting coach, does not get their hands on him, all he has to do right now is sit back and watch these guys go nuts. They are backside rotational money ball hitters. They really lay back on the pitch. They have slightly upward swings. Kevin Long does not like that, although they're having success doing it this spring. And if he gets their hands on him, the Mets are going to be back where they were, under the tutelage of Dave Hutchkins. All right, but we're seeing some opposite approaches with the Yankees and the Mets. The Yankees are their confidence is very, very low, and the Mets have some type of rejuvenation with all the changes that have been going on. Some changes in coaching staff and some up-and-coming players that are coming. So I'm going to have to favor the Mets as to what's going on. Okay? Although I do not like the possible and potential chemistry between hitters and hitting coaches on both teams. Okay? So we'll see how things turn out. But New York Mets, the Big Apple, I really like what I see with their hitters right now. And we'll see what happens. But those are my predictions. Mets get off to a good start. They probably tinker at the end just because they're hitting coach. Yankees don't get off to a good start at all, and they struggle with hitting for most of the year. That's my prediction. Take care. We'll talk to you next time. This is our MLB Spring Training Report, Mets and Yankees. Hit the like button if you like this. Any comments that you need to make, please let us know on our comment section here. Take care.